Welcome back. Just yesterday, the People's Democratic Party, PDP, expelled the Minister of the Federal Capital Territory, Nyesom Wike, former Ekiti State Governor Ayodele Fayose, and the party's embattled National Secretary, Samuel Anyanwu. The decision was announced during the party's elective National Convention in Ibadan, Oyo State, following the adoption of a motion on alleged anti-party activities. The party, led by its national chairman, Umaru Damagun, also removed Mohammed Abdulrahman, the factional chairman aligned with Mr. Wike's camp. Before now, the minister was a powerful force within the PDP despite serving in an APC-led administration. But two state governors elected on the platform of the party, Adamu Fintiri Adamawa and, of course, Caleb Mutfwang of Plateau State, immediately dissociated themselves from the expulsion. They said no one discussed the move with them, wondering how the expulsion would help the party. Now, to discuss this development with me, I've got Nyesom Wike, political analyst, in the studio right here. Good to have you on the show this evening.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. And of course, I've got Joel Kemi. He's a researcher, and he's going to be doing this with us virtually. Joel, it is indeed a great pleasure to have you on the show this evening.
Thank you so much for having me.
All right. Joel, let me begin with you quickly. Now, let's talk PDP straight up. Does this faction even have the legal and constitutional authority to hold a national convention to begin with?
Yeah, for me, when I saw the breaking news about the expulsion of certain people from the party, Minister of the FCT, Ayodele Fayose, Senator Anyanwu, and the rest of them, I just knew that the drama that has been on for a while, this just gives room for a new dimension of the drama, and for the fact that we have two governors, distancing themselves from this whole charade, it shows that we should just get some popcorn, sit down, and then watch more drama unfold. And you know that before the convention that was held yesterday, there were lots of court cases, injunctions here and there flying all over the place as to why the convention should hold, why the convention should not hold, just making a mess of the judicial system. And the fact that INEC was not even there to monitor the process, talks about the credibility of the entire process. And when you say you are expelling the likes of Wike and the rest of them, I think it's even late, because people have asked, we've asked over time that given the clear anti-party activities or the clear anti-party, statements that have been made by these parties that have been expelled, how come you're only just suspending them now? And if we are to take what Governor Caleb and the KFAs have said, it shows that even among this faction that seemed to be the most popular faction, the Damagun faction that held the convention, it shows that it is even some form of disunity among them. Because if these two parties were not carried along in the plan to expel these persons, it shows that there's a big problem. And like I said, this just gives room for more drama to come, considering that Wike said 30 December in November. So it means that Wike will not take this line low. Ayodele Fayose will not take this line low. Even if we see evidently that these people are engaged in anti-party activity, we just know that the drama, a new scene of the drama just started, because I don't think these guys will take it lying low. And I think the PDP really needs to put their act together.
All right.
And find a way to resolve all of these issues once and for all.
All right. I have Femi, very quickly. And even if a suspension would happen, but you expect it to have due process. But was due process adopted in this process from what you have seen? And do you think this fragmentation has finally happened like we've always been anticipating?
Oh, I don't think due process was followed, because if due process was followed, all important parties
will have been involved,
will have been notified before that happened. When I heard the news, it made me to laugh. I like, what exactly is this? We've been waiting for something like this to happen, but how it will happen is what surprises me. And another thing is, it's a strategy, it's a way to self-destroy the party itself. Okay. Looking at it, let's say this fraction of the party hold this convention successfully, put up a candidate for next election, then there's a case in the court that they're going to actually take to appeal court. Okay. and from there to Supreme Court, and whoever they will actually put up will eventually have to face, if they lose, whatever they've done will be a total waste, total charade. So it's like those governors that came together and said we are pushing this convention, they're just trying to defend their own fraction of PDP in their state. Okay. So whatever is happening in the national level doesn't affect their own current structure. But it's really, I mean, it's not going anywhere. It's very, very obvious because the parties involved, Wike in particular, is a very strong individual, strong character. So he's not somebody that you fight with. He's somebody you call to dialogue with. Okay. That what's really happened. Thinking about the antecedent of what happened in the primaries for the last election and how it was shortchanged and all that. That's what he's hungry about. That why would we agree on something and you guys go all the way. I took my time to listen to him. So call him to get down and sit him down. What are we supposed to do with this? Okay. How do we go? What do you want? What are your demands? We know the governor in Oyo State is also a stronghold, or has emerged to be a stronghold now, and is kind of fighting to, fund the party and all that. But somebody has been funding it before now, while everybody went asleep. True. Even while Atiku went asleep after election. Yeah. Now Atiku is no longer in PDP. So you can't just pull Wike out. I mean, it's not even happening.
All right, well, Joel, quickly, the characters of the individuals involved, how do you think they will respond? Do you see court actions forming a new bloc or aligning with another party elsewhere? From your projection, how do you think their response would look like moving forward with what's happening right now?
Okay, with regards to forming a new bloc or supporting other political parties, it is very, very clear that the characters or the persons that were listed yesterday for expulsion, definitely we all know that they just have one hand or one leg in the PDP, they have one leg in the APC. And like I said, Wike and his gang will definitely not, allow this to go down easily. Okay. And like the guest said, Wike is still reeling from the experience of what happened at the 2022 or 2023 primaries. Yeah. He's still not happy with that development. And like I said earlier on, right now we're going to see court, there'll be barrage of court cases, and this will definitely. So the elements that left the party before now, these were some of the things they foresaw that, look, with all of the court cases that will arise from this issue about this convention and the expulsion, and the fact that whether it was done legally or it was followed, the due process was followed, will lead to more litigations, more court process that will definitely put paid to PDP's participation in the election in 2027. That's what I see coming, because these people will definitely not take this go without a fight.
All right, thank you very much. Well, of course,